Welcome to this episode of Liberty Creek. And on this episode, we're up here for the quick weekend. We got Vin up here and Jennifer's up here. And we got up here last night. Long week. But we're up here and we're going to try to tackle some of that smart siding. I don't know how much I'm going to video. I'll try to get out another video of this quick trip because the last video I got a lot of positive, thumbs ups and all that good stuff. So please give me the thumbs up, keep me motivated, and I'll keep you updated on our adventures up at the cabin. As you see, it's probably about 8 o'clock, 8:30 in the morning. The dew's starting to dry up, so we're going to tackle the lawn real quick. So, and then we'll hit the shed, get that smart siding on, and go from there. I gotta get motivated. I just woke up. I had a great night's sleep at the cabin. Always sleep good at the cabin. And yeah, that's the plan. We'll see what I can do, and we'll go from there.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
So we've probably been at it for about an hour. I'm disgusting. Just cut the grass, drop it down. I haven't weed whacked it really good in a while. I tried to do all the fine-tune weed whacking. I brought up my weed whacker from home because my steel weed whacker wouldn't start last time. I brought it home. I worked on it a little bit. It's really, and if you know me and if you follow this channel, I really try to when people say they don't have time, I never have time. And I make time for what the priorities. A lot of people, I don't want to jump on that soapbox so soon in the video, but a lot of people, their priorities are so messed up is, oh, I don't have time for this and this and this, but I have plenty of time for the stuff that will not affect my life in a positive manner. But between my long commute to work, it's me. Am I crying? Am I whining about this up? Oh my God. Pick myself up by my bootstraps and carry on. Stop being a little bitch. No, but what I was going to say is, man, I want to do more. They did not give me enough hours in the day. I need more hours. They need to give. I wish I had another day off during the week. I had that holiday. Oh, I got a lot done. I love it. But even my days off, my Saturdays, my Sundays, I'm working, I'm doing things, I'm making a difference. I'm making what I have better or maintaining it. People these days, no pride in anything they own. I just don't get it. But anyway, we get back off my soapbox. I weed whacked. And so I brought up my weed whacker because the old one wouldn't work. I have to find some time to work on it. That was my whole point of the story. It's getting a spark, went home, worked on it for like 20 minutes, but it's not firing. So I don't know. And it's a 2-cycle. Oh, I hate 2 cycles. But anyway, I weed whacked in here. I got to bring this push mower. I'm going to see if Jen could just do this. I did everything else. Vinny's got on the ride-on. He got the big proportion. I get all the fine-tune weed whacking and the small spots. She just got to push the push mower through here. I'm going to ask her to pull the weeds. I give her the grunt work. All this stuff that is messing up my weed whacker and ripping up the chain link fence where the deer won't get in. I have to fix that or pull it by hand. And look at my apples. I guess my deer did not want my little apples I left in the bucket for them. Now they're nice and cold. It's got the rainwater in it. It rained a lot. What do you think? That was 2 inches, 3 inches? That's a lot of rain. I got to move the tractor now because we're trying to clean up around the shed really good. So when we're moving stuff, oh, look, I forgot. Maybe Jen won't do that for me. But Jen is giving the yearly clean out of the snack shack. Say hi, Jen. So you followers know what the snack shack is. Back in the old times, like Laura Ingalls days. If you don't know Little House on the Prairie, I grew up watching it. I really enjoyed the show as a little kid. Now I watch it, it's a little corny. My daughter won't watch it with me. She says Laura Ingalls gives her secondhand embarrassment. But back in those days, some people had an outdoor kitchen because it's so hot inside. So if they fired up their cast iron stove, their wood burning stove to cook breakfast or supper, the whole place, they couldn't sleep. It would be too hot. So they made a detached kitchen from their dwelling, their cabin, whatever. And Jen and I got this idea, not because it makes it too hot, but because our grill at the time kept getting knocked over by the wildlife. And we said, wouldn't that be cool? So this is our snack shack. I just opened the window. You can put the 2 chairs up there. You can eat the delicious stuff Jen makes right from that window. And every year, usually it's a little before this, but we haven't had time, is Jen gets up here and gives it one hell of a cleaning because it's been shut down all winter. But this is our cool little snack shack. We got the Blackstone. We got the pizza oven. The fridge we don't use. Drains too much energy. I gotta get a new fridge. We got a separate solar system over here. We got one of those Harbor Freight specials. Basically all that does is it gets Jen lights in here, and I could, those 2 powers can run power electricity to all the outlets if I turn it on. I also have it able to hook straight up to the generator if I wanted to. So we have the exhaust fan that Jen ever needed, but this place is, as you can tell, pretty well exhausted. So, whew, like me. Yes, Pops is always complaining. He's like, every time I see you on the camera, you're always sucking wind. Like you can't breathe. 2 things. And if you know me, I have allergies. I always got some post-nasal going on. And when I'm working, my nose always runs. Also, I'm always doing something. Look at me, I'm sweating my ass off. I've been had that around my neck, weed whacking. Oh, there's Justice. So yeah, then if you know me, I talk and I never stop talking, and I never breathe when I'm talking. So I'm sure that's why I'm always sucking wind. And Pops points it out to me every time I see him because I'm a runner. I run 3 times a week, and a lot of people are like, how the hell are you a runner if you can't even talk and walk? But I am. And I'm pretty good for a 50-year-old. I could run I ran a 10:30 and a mile and a half this year. A mile and a half at 10:30, I should say. But yeah, I try to maintain. Got to fit it all on the plate, 24 hours a day. Everyone gets 24 hours a day. It depends on what you do with those hours. And most of you just have excuses why you can't do what you need to do. And that's a fact. All right, let me let you go. Let me stop talking. Hopefully I get some more stuff in this video besides this cutting grass. Jen's hitting shit with the broom. Vin's sitting on the lawnmower wondering what he's going to do next. And let me get to it. All right, I'll see you in a minute. Let me get over to that shed. Right, Justice? She hates cameras. Okay, we've been at it for maybe about 30 minutes now. Haven't hung one sheet, but we're almost there. We prepped this spot. I got some nails. Sun's out. Got the lubrication for the nail gun. What I did, these are full-size walls with the bottom plate, top plate. They're over 8 feet. So these, the SmartSide is not going to cover all the way up. What I think I'm going to do, I hung a like a ledger board to hold them up. I'm going to have like not even a half an inch just overlap onto the bottom board. But it's going to cover the lower plate just past like almost a half an inch. That's how I do it. The ants were making a home out of my wood that I left there. That's why it's important to put spacers. But we know we were going to move these quick. So we're going to put it up. Hopefully it's 16 ounce center, a fall 16 ounce center, and we just pop these up right now. I'm going to put you over here on the side. Let us watch us do a little work so Pops will be happy. And hopefully the battery don't die.
A few moments later.
All right, all right. Yep, still out of breath. So, looks good. The back came out perfect. It was easy. Got a couple spots, like that terrible spot I could just notice right now. Yeah, everything went very good. I just missed some nails there. All right, so where I'm in the back now, the back came out good, perfect. Went all the way to the end. Couldn't ask for better. Look at this, right to the end. So measurements are pretty good. Everything looks good. We're taking a break. Gonna work on this side, the front, and then next time I come up, I'll probably bring up the door for the side here. I got a door, and I have to make the doors for this one. But it's coming along. It's coming along. Do what we can. Next week's the big week. It's the 4th of July weekend. I plan on coming up here. I think I'm coming up solo the first night. The people are gonna meet me up here because it's the 4th. It's our nation's 250th, so we gotta celebrate it. And with a little work and a little relaxation and some fun. All right, folks, it's been a long day. And look what we got done. Looks good. So at this point, how I did it is I had this one real crap piece, and you know, I just put it all up. I didn't nail anywhere to, and then I just take the router bit with the guide on it and cut it out. It's a lot easier than trying to take measurements and cutting it out. You just take that router and zip, and perfect cutout comes out. But I also cut my wrap. But I have some tape.
Much later.
All right. I know my battery's about to die, but Jen's Snack Shack's in full effect. What we got going on? What? Philly cheesesteaks. The Snack Shack is open and open for business. Look at this. Vincent. All right, folks, got a lot done today. A lot done. Smart siding all the way around. Hurricane ties, almost all of them are up. Locked in the trusses. It's now just doors, and I have to put the siding on the gable ends. But yeah, we got there quick. I think it took 4 weekends to do everything. Pretty much 4 weekends. Saturdays mainly. All right, I gotta go. Yeah, I got a delicious meal. I gotta go wash my hands. All right, I'll see you in the morning or later. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's story time. All right, it is story time. Go ahead, grab a chair, come on over around the campfire. I'm gonna tell a story about my grandfather and me when I was a little boy. I was probably about 8 years old. Well, I'll always remember this story. One of the reasons is, I don't know why, but I went for a car ride with my grandfather. At that young age, me and Gramps never just cruised around. But for some reason, I was in the car with my grandfather at a very young age. And I remember him pulling over to the side of the road and staring at a used car lot. He was mumbling something. The door sprang open. He stepped out and continued to stare at the lot for a moment. Then he walked over onto the sidewalk, and as a little kid, I'm like, where's my grandfather going? He left me alone in this car. And I seen him go over to the sidewalk, and he started collecting these little American flags that were put up on the chain link fence to advertise the business, to catch people's eyes. Yeah, they still do it today, all these car sales lots. Now, I remember him yelling over at this salesman that was walking around the lot, and I remember his finger waving, and at the time I wasn't sure what was going on, And then I remember him placing the flags into the salesman's chest and still looked angry. And the salesman took the flags from my grandfather, and he looked down. I remember him looking down, and I was like, oh my God, I wonder why my grandfather's yelling at this strange man. And my grandfather came back around, and he jumped into the car, and he looked at me, and I don't remember the exact words that he had, but right before we drove off, I remember him giving me that message of how important the American flag is. It's how important it is to him, how important it should be for every American that has the protection and that is able to live in America under that flag, how great of a country we have. And I remember him saying that there were men that gave their lives to that flag, and that flag should never be disrespected. And that stuck with me forever. That's where I get the pride of that flag. That's where it started. That's what drove me to join the Marine Corps. It drove me to hang that flag on my house, to hang the flag on the cabin. I am, just as my grandfather was, a very proud American. My father was a proud American. My father and my grandfather and myself are all combat veterans. My dad served in Vietnam. My grandfather served in World War II. He was a very proud soldier. He fought with General Patton, and he was, I remember he was the president of the commander of the local VFW. Cool story is, me, my grandfather, and my father all went to the VFW. We were all life members when my father and my grandfather were still alive. We went to several meetings together, and I don't even know if that ever happened before. 3 generations at a meeting at our local VFW.
The next morning.
All right. So we are now packing up. I just took my ATV out for a ride. It's a lot of fun. It really works out my arms, like my elbows playing on that thing, but there it is. I'm letting it cool down a little bit before I put the tarp back over it. And yeah, it's fun. I got to clean this way better, this trail, and dig the trench. Now I got the tractor. Yeah, it's all wet up here. It's all wet because it must have rained Good Friday during the day, like it did in Connecticut. Connecticut rained yesterday. We didn't get any rain, so we had all the time in the world to work on the cabin or the shed. Next episode, I'm gonna bring up the side door, probably install the side door. I'm hoping, if I get time during the week. It's gonna be a real short week for me. I'm gonna come up here Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's gonna be the 4th. I'll try to make a video. So I'll put the side door in, and I'm gonna try to get enough smart siding strips for the side here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Be good to go. Then we just have to order the roof. I gotta figure out over here. These are the things you're gonna see if you subscribe and stay tuned. Some of my videos are good, some aren't. Let me know if you like the little camp story I had. Maybe I'll add stories. I used to always tell a story in every episode. I would have story time. Maybe I'll go back doing stuff like that in this new entertaining version of a way. So I'm going to build, I think I'll have 2 or 3 concrete pillars coming out of the ground. Maybe I'll bring them up out of the ground about this much, probably right about here. I'll have to cut back this so the trail, we can still make enough room here on the trail. And then I'll have probably like maybe 4x4s, maybe bigger. I might go bigger off the pillar tops, and then put some 2x8s across. Put a ledger board on there. Have some roofing, so I'll have a lean-to. Thanks for commenting. You know, sometimes when I'm just rambling, you know, you'll have a brain fart. You can't get out your head what you're thinking or you want to say, and that happens to me a lot, especially if you're subscribers, you know. and I just ramble. And yeah, and this will cover this. And I want to bring the pillars out enough so if someone's backing up and they by accidentally hit one of the pillars, my hope is it won't be like hitting a 4x4 and just knock it straight off and have the roof collapse on them. So that's my idea. Will it work? I don't know, but I'll try to make it work. It'll come out nice too. We'll see what happens. But yeah, stay tuned. We'll be doing all that coming up. I really want to put the back porch on the cabin this year, and I got this so I could dig the holes. I had problems digging holes back there with all the rocks, and Jen's packing up. I got to go help her, and everything's good. Keep me motivated. If you want to see what happens up here, give me some likes, drop a positive comment down at the bottom. Keep that negative shit to yourself. Drama, all that crap, keep to yourself. And I'll continue to chug along here, living the dream, my little slice of heaven. And we'll see you all on the next one. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Get off that couch, go do something. Stop wasting your life. Peace.